Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video, I'm going to be talking about the Overtone hair coloring conditioners. So I've been wanting to try these for quite a while. I've heard really good things about them, been really interested. And then my boss bought one, tried it, actually really loved it. And then a couple weeks later, whereas I was thinking about buying some, they reached out and asked if I'd like to try some in PR. So I did say yes. I've had these for a couple weeks, tried a couple of them, and I want to give some of my thoughts so far. And if you're new here, welcome. My name is Colin. I'm a non-binary Latinx scientist and lover of makeup with a definite soft spot for sparkly indie makeup and high-end and luxury makeup, which you will see in most of my videos. And I tend to be pretty analytical in my approach to the content I make. I just try really hard to make thoughtful, analytical videos, and I have new videos every week, so I'd love to have you subscribe. Okay, so this should be a fairly straightforward video. I'm not really wearing any makeup. I did wear my Lisa Aldridge skin tint today, and I have a little bit of lip oil on. My lips, I woke up with very dry lips, like very dry cracked lips. I don't know what's going on today. And I did have a lip balm earlier, the Ferdinand one, and it made my lips pink, and it stained them. So they're still very pink. And then I just put a little bit of lip oil on a little while ago to keep them hydrated. A little brow gel. Normally, if this is your first video of mine, I normally have more makeup on than this, but this is what I had on today, and I felt like for this type of video talking about hair care and hair color, I didn't need to put on a bunch of makeup. So like I said in the intro, they did send these to me in PR. This isn't like a sponsored video or anything like that. I just wanted to come on here now that I've had these for a couple weeks and give you my thoughts on what I think so far. I am very grateful that they sent these in PR because I have been thinking about buying them and just kept not. So they did ask me to pick some shades, and I picked 5. I have 4 of them here because one of them did come broken and was spilled all over the box, and I just threw that one away. But I have here this is the golden copper color. This one does have a different font and say color depositing treatment mask instead of coloring conditioner. So I don't know if there's like a shift in branding or what's going on there. This is the one I have used in my hair. And then I picked out ginger color conditioning or coloring conditioner. This is for my husband. So my husband is a redhead. But he's, in his late 30s now, and his hair is like, over the last, I would say 5-6 years at least, maybe a little bit longer, has been a little bit more like red blonde, like strawberry blonde. But his beard, his eyebrows, everything else are still just as red as they've always been. And so he's been saying how he wants to look more like himself again. So I picked this one so that he could try it. And I do have pictures of him with this. And then I picked purple for brown hair and blue for brown hair. So blue is the one that came broken. It came like the lid was shattered, and like they do have a seal like this, which is very sturdy. Like the ones that I opened, this was really hard to get off. So this should not go anywhere, but this was broken, the lid was broken, and there was just blue all over it and all over the paper in the bag and stuff. So I just threw that one away since it was fully opened and spilled. I just didn't want to, just in case something got in it or there was something weird, I just threw that one away. But I am excited to try the purple. I figured I would use this a little bit more, use this sometime this winter when it's a little cooler. And then I picked out espresso brown because this is a little darker than my hair. And I figured if I hated any of these, I could use this and just make my hair a little darker / see what I look like with even darker brown hair. I have done dark brown and black in the past, but it's been 20 years since I've done that. So, we'll see. So these retail for $32. I did ask, and they don't do discount codes or anything, so I don't have a code to share with you, just my thoughts. But so far, very happy with these. So like I said, my husband used the ginger one. He has only used it once, I think, and his hair is a little shorter than mine. It was a little longer when he used it. And he used about that much. You can see it looks like carrot. It's like carrot paste in the color. It does have a smell, but it's not like hair product. It's not like hair dye smell, which tends to smell pretty bad. This is kind of minty. And if you look at the ingredients, these are vegan, cruelty-free, there's no sulfates, ammonia, anything like that. It does say suitable for all hair types because it's just a conditioner with color. But there is a lot of oils and stuff in it. So there's shea butter, coconut oil, jojoba oil, primrose oil, olive oil, sesame seed oil, avocado oil, which I am allergic to avocado, so I didn't notice that until after I got them. And I was a little paranoid, but I didn't have any issues. I've also tried one of the Mom Beauty cream clays, which also have avocado oil in them, and I didn't have a reaction. So I think it's just an eating/lip thing, because lip products did not work well. And then it does have spearmint oil. So I think it's like and rosemary oil. So it's the spearmint rosemary is really what you're getting. It's that like kind of herbal scent. And I feel like when I wore it, I definitely smelled mint pretty strongly. And then this is the golden copper one. So my best friend came over and she also tried it so we could have a comparison. Her hair is also curly and dark brown, but a different color than mine, and long. Like her hair is down to here, so she has a lot of it. She used it, and I used it twice. I used it 2 days in a row, just to see. And this is how much we use. So there's still, for me, at least 4 or 5 more uses in here. So you do get a good amount. My boss has pretty long hair and her daughter has pretty long hair, and she used the pink one on them. And I think the whole tub, they used most of the tub for the 2 of them, but they have really long curly hair. And then if you want to see ginger versus golden copper, you can see there's a little bit more red in the golden copper and a little bit more orange here. I might try the ginger and see what happens. Obviously these 2 are unopened, so I'm just gonna put those aside. So to talk about the experience, I do have gloves. I use gloves with these. They say to put it in your hair for 10 to 15 minutes. They also say, which is not very long at all, they say for more intense color, do it dry, I believe. And you can also do it on wet hair. Yeah, they say to do it on dry hair. And then you can use it weekly to re-intensify. I did it on dry hair. I did it for 10 minutes the first time. The next day, I looked at it in the sun and I was like, okay, I see a little bit, but I knew it would be subtle because I have dark brown hair and this is more of a blonde person color. But I was like, I want to see what I can do more. So I did it again the next day, the next morning, for 15 minutes that time, washed it out, and I definitely do notice a difference. So I don't know if it'll be that obvious in camera. I do have pictures as well, but my hair is normally a little darker than this. It did lighten it and add a nice warmth. It's been about 2 weeks now, so there's probably a little bit of grow out and stuff, a little bit of fading from washing. I'm gonna probably redo it again this weekend just because, after I get my hair cut tomorrow. But I sent pictures to a couple friends, including some who are hairdressers, and they were like, oh, it's subtle, but I can definitely see it adds a little warmth to your hair, adds a little bit of a golden tone, which works well with the goldenness in your skin, which is exactly what I wanted. I wanted it for subtle. This is gonna be a little more bold, and I'm excited to try that, especially because it can wash out and I can fix it with this. But for the fall, I wanted a little bit more, and my first color, I wanted it to be a little bit more subtle. So I do have a picture here that I can show of my hair from before I did it, and it does look darker, I think. I have a couple of pictures I'll include here. I do think it added a nice warmth to my hair. I didn't really do any on the side, plus this is cut regularly. But up here in my curls, it definitely added a nice golden hue. I don't know, I think I filmed a video since then. And I do have some gray hairs. I do have some blondes from before the grays came in. I have a decent amount of grays. And I do think some of the grays, it kind of added a little bit of a golden sheen to. That's worn off as I washed it more. I think it clung to the brown hair better than the gray hair, which makes sense. It's not a traditional hair dye. So I don't know what it would do to like gray hair, but I think the espresso would cover my grays, but this is a pretty light color and I'm very happy with it, and it didn't dry out my hair. It didn't do anything weird because it is a conditioner. I don't think it's my favorite conditioner I've ever used, but it is a conditioner. So my hair did feel nice afterwards. My husband, like I said, I'll include a picture of him. I have some pictures from when we were in Europe this summer, and I think one from the park. I had already downloaded them to make sure I had them ready. And you can see his hair looks kind of strawberry blonde in these, but when he used the ginger color, it definitely made him like a ginger again. Like it was the vibrancy of the pictures I've seen of him when he was a kid. And then now that he's had it cut and he's washed it a handful of times, it's been about 2 weeks since he did it, it's still there. And I have a picture of him from today. He sent this from California. He's there for work. It looks just very natural. Like, I don't think I think especially if you are a natural redhead and you're like him and it's faded a bit, or you're blonde and you want it to look, or you have that like color and you want it to look very natural, I think this is the most natural redhead color like that I've ever seen. My boss is also a redhead and she got it to just kind of intensify her hair, and it worked similarly. Like, it just looks natural but more intense. And for him, now that it's faded because he washes it every day, it just looks like his hair did when I met him 16 years ago. That's weird to say. I can't believe we've been together that long. But it just looks like him, and I think it looks really good. I'm very excited to try this. I'm sad the blue was broken, but I am excited to try the purple. And I'm excited to try the brown and see what my hair looks like, even darker brown. I think I'll just end up looking like the rest of my family. Like my father had black curly hair, so I'll probably look a little bit more like that. But I think it worked really well, and I actually have like more blonde and warmth in my brows than I do in my like hair up here, if you can see. And I think it matches that well. So I'm actually really happy that I got the golden copper for a really subtle one. And then my best friend, again, her hair is similar to mine, a little bit of a different hue of brown. And it's also the same where, like, especially when the sun hits it, you see that like golden warmth. As I film this, it has been almost 2 weeks since we used it. I think it was like, not last weekend, today's Thursday, and it was like a Friday. I think it was like Saturday, 2 Saturdays ago. So it's been just under 2 weeks, and I still see the warmth, especially up here. I see a lot of it. I think some of these hairs, it's faded a bit, but I'm gonna probably do it again this weekend, and you'll see it in my next couple videos. And then once this is gone, maybe I'll try the purple next. But I did want to, now that I've used it the twice, my husband's had it, we've washed our hair multiple times, him more than me. I wanted to do the video now so I could like give you my opinion so far. I think it's a fun way, especially if you have lighter hair and you've been wanting to experiment. I think this could be a fun way to do it, because $30 is more than a box of hair dye, but I think this is a better deal. You get multiple uses instead of one use. It's not going to be as bad for your hair. It's not going to like damage your hair as some people can have when they use box dye or something. And it's less permanent, so if you hate it, just give it a couple weeks of hair washing and it'll probably fade. So that's it. I'm really happy that they sent me these. I'm excited to keep playing with them. And yeah, you will see, if you are a subscriber, you will see probably in the next week or so a little bit more of this in my hair, and over the coming months you'll probably see these two colors. So stay tuned for that, and I'll do an updated thoughts once I've used everything. So probably like near the end of your wrap-up stuff or something, I'll have some more thoughts on these, or I can do an update if you want once I've tried them all. But I did want to do this now while I'm in the middle of using them and testing them. Okay, so that is everything. Like I said, this is a pretty short video. Let me know what you think in the comments. What your thoughts are on these products? Have you bought them before? What do you think, if you have, or have you been wanting to buy them? I'd love to hear your thoughts and talk to you all in the comments. As always, thank you so much for watching, especially if you got all the way to the end. It means a lot, and it really does help. And remember to like and subscribe. It makes a huge difference on the channel, and I will see you all in my next video.